Hi everyone. So a lot of you guys have been asking me to do like a makeup collection video to show you guys what different eyeshadows or lipsticks or whatnot do I have. Now I am actually not a makeup collector. I used to do makeup for a living years ago, and I have a lot of makeup left over from that, and everything that I have I try to use up, which is why a lot of times you guys see me use the same product multiple times in a video. I hate to waste any product, especially makeup. So I only buy what I need. You know, I've thrown out so much makeup in the past. I've given it away to so many of my friends and my sisters, but everything that I have in my makeup collection I do use. So this video is just going to be showing you guys my neutral eyeshadows from MAC, and I actually have them in two palettes. So this is the first palette. Oops. This is their old palette. I've had this palette for I couldn't even tell you how long. Like I wrote neutrals on it years and years ago. So this is a neutrals palette that I have, and then I have my 4 essential eyeshadows that I use in this newer MAC palette. I really love this palette as well. Now I'm not trying to show off what I have. This is just a video that a lot of you guys have requested for me to do, and I think this would be good for you guys to understand what I do think you should or should not buy based on the products that I use. So let's just get right into it, and I'll show you guys all my neutral eyeshadows. Okay guys, so this is a closer look at the palette. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be picking up everything because that would take too long in this video, but I will point it out and show you guys which ones I like and which ones I don't. Have my handy dandy pen here, and this is really going to be what's going to guide us through this video. So starting from the top, I basically have them from like the lightest to the darkest shades, as you guys can see. So the very first one is Vapour from MAC. I don't know if this is a limited edition or if this is permanent, but I don't really find myself using this color very much, so this would be one of those colors I would tell you to skip over. Next one is Vanilla, and this is actually one of MAC's best sellers. I do recommend this color for anyone that is looking for a really good like highlight color that doesn't want anything with a shimmer or sheen, because this is a completely matte shade, so I do recommend this color. The next one is Shroom from MAC, and this is beautiful, one of the most beautiful highlight colors that I've ever used. It is again one of the best sellers from MAC. I really recommend this. It's beautiful and looks great on any skin tone. Next is Naked Lunch. A lot of people like this, but I find myself not reaching for it as much as I should be. I feel like it's too silver for my taste. It has too much metallic for my taste, so I don't really use it as much as I should be. It is a very pretty color. Personally, for myself, I don't like it very much. Next is Nylon. Yep, Nylon from MAC, and I love this color. This is an intense highlight from MAC, but it is one of those colors that looks beautiful if you're doing like a very intense smoky eye, or if you're doing very intense any eye basically. It is a very intense highlight though. It's not one of those subtle highlights by any means, but I do love this color. Next is Brule from MAC, a completely matte neutral eyeshadow. I really don't find myself using this very much, but I've heard a lot of people love this color and a lot of people swear by it, but it's just not my personal favorite. Next is Grain. I couldn't even tell you the last time I used this, so I don't think this is one of those must-have colors. Moving on to the second row, this is Phloof, I think, from MAC. I actually had a hard time reading the back of it, but I think that's what it is. Again, this is one of those colors that I don't remember when I used last, so I would skip over that. Next is Kid. I love this eyeshadow. I do use it a lot. It is very good neutral color, very, very versatile. And this is actually, if you're a lot lighter than me, this will be like a beautiful color for your crease. If you're my skin tone or darker, this is a beautiful transition color, so I do recommend this color a lot. Next is Honesty, and it's a really pretty, I actually probably will have to pick this up and show you guys. It has a really pretty like sheen in it. So this is one of those eyeshadows that's good for like every day if you just want to really quickly dust it all over your eyes. So I do recommend this eyeshadow. Next is Malt. I never use this color, so I would skip over that. Next is Soba. Never really use this either. And then this is Bamboo. A lot of people love this. I really don't reach for it as much because I do have a lot of similar shades, as you guys can see. It's a very pretty color, but honestly, it's barely, I have never really even ever used it, from, if you can tell. There's a tiny dent in the middle, but it's not one of those colors that I would say is a must-have by any means. Okay, so moving on to a few darker shades. This is soft brown, and I really, really love this color. This is one of those colors that is so beautiful. It's such a beautiful transition color, so I would really recommend this. I don't ever really use this all over my lid. I only use this in my crease to just, you know, give my eyeshadow a lot of depth, so I would recommend this color. Next is, I actually can't remember, this is Mulled Cider. This is one of those colors that's like, I mean, it's very nice, but it's like whatever. If I don't have it, I wouldn't have, you know, missed it basically. I don't, again, know if this is a limited edition or permanent, but this is one of those whatever colors. It's okay. I'm not that crazy about it. Next is Mulch, and this is a beautiful color. This is actually a favorite of Indian girls from what I remember when I was in my MAC days. It's a really pretty, it has like a really nice sheen to it. Neutral brown. So nice. I mean, neutral brown, right? All of these are neutrals, but it's just a really nice brown color with a little bit of glitter in it. And when I say glitter, it's very fine, so I really recommend this color. Next is Woodwinked from MAC. I really love this color. I've used this before in my videos. As you can see, I have hit pan. This is a beautiful color for Indian skin tone, and I would definitely recommend this. Next is Sable. Again, this is one of those colors that is very popular at MAC, and a lot of people do love this color. I don't really use it as much as I should be, but it is a very nice neutral color, and that's very complimentary on Indian skin tone. Next, this is one of my favorites also. As you can see, I have used it very much. This is Brown Down, just a very good neutral shade to smoke out any eyeshadow, or to use all over your lid if if you want like a smoky eye. I really do recommend this. It's just a really beautiful, perfect, you know, medium brown. It's very, very matte, and I love that. Next is also one of my favorites. This is Brown Script. I have used this a lot recently. I do think that this makes for a beautiful, like if you're wearing an Indian outfit, this just is beautiful to put into your crease as your transition color. So I do recommend this as well. This is one of my favorite eyeshadows from MAC ever. This is Sketch. I love this. This is a beautiful like brown meets purple meets gorgeousness. I love this color. It is so beautiful to use for an all over smoky eye, or just smoke out an eyeshadow, make it darker. Really, really recommend this. I don't even know what color this is. This, I think, let's find out. This is Romp, and I don't know why I have this color because I've never even used it. It looks like a dirty, I mean, it's a pretty color. I hope you guys can see that. I mean, I don't ever use it. I couldn't even tell you the last time I used it, so I would skip over this. This is 100 Strokes, and I think this is a limited edition, but a very pretty brown. Sometimes I like to just mix up all these dark browns on the bottom and use it for a smoky eye. This is Shadowy Lady. Again, one of my favorite eyeshadows from MAC. This is also one of their best sellers. Beautiful purpley brown. It's actually a lot more purple than even the Sketch. Really love this color, and I highly recommend this. This guy here, my last eyeshadow on the palette, is Beauty Marked. You guys know I love this. I use it a lot. Now, there is a lot of glitter in the eyeshadow, but when you actually put it on, I'm not even kidding you, it goes on completely matte, at least for me, with just a few specks of glitter. So don't be intimidated by the amount of glitter that you see. You'll never get this much payoff on your eyes unless you want it to be that way. Okay, so that is my first palette. Now let's move on to this little palette. And this is actually, I'm going to do a full video about this because these are my top 4 eyeshadows for Indian skin that I think that are beautiful. I'll talk more about it in an upcoming video, and I'll actually use these as well in that video, but I'll go through them really fast. Satin Taupe, a beautiful all over color. So lovely, just looks amazing on, you know, Indian skin tone, or if you're darker than me, it looks amazing. It basically is an all over, it's one of those colors that looks good on everyone. Sorry, I can't talk. Next is Texture from MAC. Again, you guys know I'm obsessed with this. A lot of you guys are like, why do you always use the same eyeshadow? I love this color. This is one of my favorites from MAC. Such a beautiful transition color to put into your crease. I love it. One of my favorite highlights from MAC, and this is Rice Paper. Just the most beautiful highlight ever. It's very yellow, but it's very, very pretty. Goes on stunning on the eyes. And then this guy is Embark, one of my favorite browns from MAC. I love this. I've got you guys can see the whole palette I've used forever. I actually use this palette more than I use any of these colors here. So you guys can tell that this is definitely one of my favorites. So do keep a lookout for, you know, me using this palette very, very soon. So that was it for my neutral eyeshadows collection. I hope you guys found that helpful and maybe gave you some ideas on which eyeshadows you should pick up and which ones you should kind of skip, because there's a lot of them, as you can tell, that I do not use whatsoever. Thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you guys in my next video.